Good morning, freshman multimedia students. Business Marketing Technology Pathway here at Bullard High School. It's me, Mr. Cheney, with another brilliant tutorial. So we've been working on the color wheel, using animations, using RGB codes to build our color wheel, and now we're at the final phase of turning this in. So we have our shapes and colors and animations and titles, and we've divided it into different slides so that we can showcase each of the sections of the color wheel, so primary, secondary, tertiary, and just like a story or a book, we have a beginning, middle, and end. So we're just introducing colors here, going through the sections, and then at the very last just finalizing the presentation. So now we're going to go choose a piece of music, and we're going to attach it to this. We're going to save it as a video, put it into YouTube, and we're going to have ourselves a 30-second color wheel animation. So the two websites that I had introduced in the class for copyright-free music are the following. So we can go to bensound, so bensound.com, and this is where you can create or find a piece of music that you'd like to use. Or you can go to Purple Planet. It's actually purple-planet.com, and I found that sometimes this website can be a little glitchy, but they do have a better selection. So it just depends on how or if you want to deal with some glitchiness sometimes. So I'm just going to go with a simple song here, and so I'm going to choose one, and after I choose one I'll show you the rest. Okay, so I went to the rock section and I found this one called High Octane, so I'm going to use that one. And so now it's downloaded. I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint. I'm going to go back to my very first slide. You only put the music on the very first slide. And we're going to go to Insert, and we're going to go to Audio, and then Audio on my PC. And here it is. And I'm going to click this speaker, and there's a few things we're going to do with this. First, we're going to, in our animation pane, make it at the very top. If you don't see your animation pane right away, you click Animations, and then Animation Pane, and you will see it. So we want it to be the very first thing that happens, and go with previous just like everything else. And so the changes we need to make are on playback. We are going to play across the slides. We're going to play automatically. This might say in click in sequence, but we want it automatically. And then we're going to trim this too, because we only need 30 seconds. So I'm going to trim it to the first 30, maybe give myself a couple extra seconds, like 32 just in case. And that way you don't have a video that's like 3 or 4 minutes long. And so now the music should be good. And I've made sure that I had transitions too, so if I were to play this from the beginning, you'll see that there's animations and transitions in between slides. So I'm going to play and show you what we got. Okay, so I just didn't advance my slides quick enough there, but that's kind of what we're going to go with. So I got to take out the clicks in that. So when we make this into a video and you actually set the seconds, that's going to look a lot better. So I'll show you the final product. Just wanted to make sure that the music played at first and that all my animations were working the way they should. So now I'm just making sure that I go through each slide, make sure the animations are on all 5 slides, and here is our final steps. So we have the music on, and we're going to convert this into a video. So we click File and Export and Create Video. I have 5 slides and I want it to be 30 seconds, so that's 6 seconds per slide. So right here where it says seconds spent on each slide, I'm just going to increase that to 6. That way I'll have my 30 seconds. Now I'm going to create my video. Color wheel labeled with animations and music, I'm going to say, so I know that this is the final product. I'm going to put this in my downloads. It's going to be an MPEG-4 video that I can put into YouTube once it's done. So PowerPoint is now going to process that. So this dial right here, this shows me the progress that it's making as we're going through. So while you're waiting for that, you can actually turn in the slide deck itself first. So you can click share and change this to anyone with a link to make sure that it can be opened, and you're going to copy this link, and that's the link to your slide deck. So if we go to Google Classroom, we'll have Google Classroom open, yes, and I'm going to go to my student version so I can show you how to turn it in. There it is. Classroom and color wheel right here. So one of 2 things that I'm turning in. Take that one out. I'm going to add the PowerPoint link, and then now I need to go to YouTube and put in my video. So I'm going to go to YouTube and I'm going to go make sure my video has processed. So I'm at PowerPoint and I don't see it processing anymore, so that means it's ready to go. Upload video. Select file. There's my video right there in the download section. And I can alter the title here if I want, so maybe I'll do that. I'm just going to put color wheel animations, and for me I'm putting it into playlist since I do that. And for you, you're going to say no, it's not made for kids. I have that set by default. I'm going to copy my link. I'm going to go next, next, next. You can go unlisted or public. If you do private, I won't be able to see it, and therefore I won't be able to grade it. So I'm going to go public, and I'm going to publish this. And now my very last step is to turn it into Google Classroom as my second link to the assignment. So I have slide deck and video, and then I'm going to turn it in, and that's it. So using this tutorial and the 2 previous tutorials that went through the shapes and colors and then animation process, you will be able to finalize this project and get it turned in by today's due date. I will see you in class for extra support and help. See you there.